Hey humans, how are you? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you have been hanging around for a bit. I am Che Hojas and I'm an artist. Today I bring you another tattoo video. This is a really cool one because it's very much down my aisle and my style. So my style, I don't know how to define it in one word. It's definitely black work. I only use black ink, and it's definitely line work based. I do use some like packing color black, like solid areas, but it's mostly lines. I do the shading with lines, doing like hatching and cross hatching, or just making thicker versus thinner versus negative space to create the values and the volumes. And this is very inspired by pre-printer times, where either black ink drawings or etching plates, the ones that are made in metal, where they would just etch the metal, then put the ink and then print, where all the values would have been made with the thickness of the lines, or wood engravings for printing as well. All those are my inspirations and of the style of tattooing itself, not the subject but the technique, let's say. In the subject part, I am enamored by everything history, anything Stoic philosophy, antique, dark academia feeling, Renaissance European vibes. Don't know why, it has always been the case, and it inspires me greatly. I just find it beautiful, interesting, deep, meaningful. That's why I was super excited when this client contacted me and asked me for this tattoo. I'm not gonna lie, it was a hard design because he had these references and reference that were a bit crazy, and it wasn't achievable. I could have done that in a huge canvas or piece of paper, but to fit all that into a human arm, he only wanted one side as well. Like it was a half sleeve, not a whole sleeve. So it was really hard. I think we had 2 revisions of the design until we got to a point where we were both happy. And this is the design, of course, the ones that you're seeing. It's very symbolic. It has a lot of symbolism. It is kind of abstract in its composition. Like the elements are not abstract themselves, but the composition of it, it's very abstracted. It's very surrealistic. So I'm heading to the studio. I'm actually almost at the studio at this point for the second session of this tattoo, and the last session, at least for this part of the half sleeve. And this is definitely the funnest part, because I do love doing the outlines and the lines, but the little lines and the details is definitely the most fun. So looking forward to it. And yeah, this tattoo usually could take me one session, but because it was so packed with details and there were so many lines and everything, we decided it was best to do it in 2 sessions, and I'm so glad we did, because I actually ended up using almost 2 whole sessions. I would say this tattoo took around 12 hours total, so definitely glad we had the 2 sessions. In the first one, I marked all the lines, everything, like the outlines, I want to say, because since the shading is also with lines and the details are also lines, it's complicated, but I would say I marked the main lines, which I usually do with a 1009 RL round liner. I use the brand Mast if you're interested, and that's what I usually use for like average size tattoos for my main lines. And then in the second session, I used a 1209 round shader to pack in the solid areas of black, and then I used a 0803 round liner to do all the little lines, shading and details. And it was great. He's a great client, honestly. He didn't complain at all. It was probably pretty painful, I assume, but he literally sat like a rock. He didn't move at all, and we worked so well. We are both very happy with the results, and I would love to know how you feel about it. He even told me he has a son that is 6 years old, and he named the lion. The lion's name is Rock. So he almost got a pet out of the tattoo. And we are going to keep working on this sleeve and also in other tattoos. He has a tattoo on his chest of a skull that he wants reworking, like it's old and he's not completely happy with how it looks at the moment. So I'm going to go over it and add to the composition. But yeah, he couldn't get tattoos before because his job, but now he has a different job, so he wants to get all his work done, I guess slowly but not too slowly, like start getting it done. So this was just the first project, and there are other ones to come. And yeah, if you want to see more of my work, you can check that in my Instagram. That's where I post and update my tattoos the most, and I have the link to that in the description below. I'm also planning to do prints of my designs and drawings, and when I say prints, I mean prints and merch. There's gonna be hoodies and shirts and mugs and normal prints and framed prints and all those fun stuff, and they're gonna be also in my Redbubble shop. In the description below is the link to that. And finally, I'm based in Raleigh, North Carolina. If you want to get a tattoo, please hit me up. You can write in the comments or send me an email or a DM or whatever it's easier for you, and I will be more than happy to work with you. And yeah, that's it from me. I hope you have a great rest of your day and bye, humans.